Let's go. It's the final game of today's Icyfar, your freaking awesome replays. And I'm very surprised to see it's a Zerg versus Zerg, because this is the Surgical Warfare Challenge where people are meant to send me replays that were clean. I'll tell you what, guys, there's not a lot of very clean Zerg versus Zergs. I mean, I think we should recalibrate and remind ourselves that in Zerg versus Zerg, since it is a literal knife fight in a phone booth, our idea of surgical warfare should be you only get stabbed in the kidney twice before you actually disembowel the other guy. And because of that, it's clean. Because, like, I mean, you know, it's not a fatal wound that you take in the process of killing your opponent. It's like, yeah, that's surgical. I disemboweled him with a sharpened toothbrush. It's surgical for sure. Speaking of that, down here on the right hand side, it's Dued. Which, honestly, I can just see, I like to call him Shia, and people are like, it's Shia LaBeouf going, just do it. Just do it. Don't let your dreams be memes. Just do it. That, for me, that's where my brain goes, because my brain is special. Over here on the left-hand side of the map, it's Jax. That's what's his name, right? Egon. Fucking Egon looks lit, man. He's been hitting that Terrazine hard. Holy shit. Seriously. Egon is a good fucking example of what happens when you give way too many drugs to a fucking nerd who's extremely inexperienced and best friend as a robot. Like, you know, just hanging out in his lab, snorting Terrazine, smoking it, racking it up all day. Shit gets crazy very, very quickly. More of a standard opening for Jax, by the way. It was a later gas for Dued, who's going to try and get a bit more minerals up. I have no idea which one of them sent this replay in, so we'll see how it goes. Guys, remember to get your replays in, of course, for next week's Icyfar. Remember, some people out there say it's a challenge where you're meant to make spellcasters. Show us some tricks. Remember, guys, tricks are what a whore does for money. It's called magic. So, get your spellcasters out. I want to see some people getting some old school harass. What are some ideas? I don't know. Burrow 2 infestors in their base. Wait for them to have enough energy. So they both have 150. Pop up. Fungal. Wait a few seconds. Fungal. Entire dead mineral line. Re-burrow. Go hide somewhere else. Storm drop a mineral line. Great idea. Sentry drop a mineral line. Force field the workers. Be like, haha! I slightly delayed your work efficiency. Pick up and leave. Not because it's directly effective, but because it's so stupid, it tilts your opponent. They go, what the? Did he just force field my mineral line and run away? What the fuck was that? Get some ghosts to run in. Dude, actually, have you guys ever tried ghost drops versus Protoss? So sick. You drop, you EMP the probes, and then they get one shot. So if you drop even just 2 ghosts, EMP both sides of the mineral line, and they start one-shotting all the probes, very cool. Probably not as effective as just dropping 8 stem marines, but it fucking looks cool. So show me your cool spellcaster harassment, guys. Oh, that Zergling comes in. The queen say, no, you're wearing the wrong shoes, mate. The Zergling says, oh, okay, I'll be on my way. One of them fucking just grabs him around the neck in a chokehold, drags him to the ground. The other bouncer starts kicking him, and for some reason, a giant tentacle stabs him in the fucking dick. So, note to self, don't go to Dued's club. No matter how exclusive and cool you've heard it is, if you're wearing the wrong shoes, apparently the bouncers will just take out their frustrations and their meaningless existence on you, like the pieces of shit that they are. Fair enough. Poo-poo happens, I guess. Of course, more efficient for Dued. So, I mean, I guess it's been a surgical game so far. Very quick roach speed, by the way. Oh my, no Evo chamber, non-stop roach production. Oh, look at that, heaps of supply. Okay, so Dued is going to do a roach speed rush, I think. It starts building drones. This build doesn't make any sense. Now builds more roaches. Yeah! Meanwhile, Jax is walling off with Baneling Nest, Evo, Spine, Queen, Roach Warren. Now moving. Oh my god, he's going for a full wall and an infestation pit and a Nidus one. Okay. Nidus Swarm Host ZVZ. You know what? On this map, if they don't open that up, you start throwing locusts into the main. You can do it from up here into the natural. Oh, you memer. Meanwhile, oh, here we go. Here we go. Gary is totally a regular Zergling and is definitely not a fucking blob shaped into pretending to be a Zergling. It combined with the Master of All Perverts, the Overseer, is going to come over and go, that's weird. 2 Evo Chambers and 2 Spine Crawlers. Plus I see a Nidus Worm in your base. So guys, Dued's like, oh, this guy's doing some gimmicky shit. Let's fucking go! Charging the front. But I think 3 Spine Crawlers with Evos in front. These spines, I mean, you can run up against the wall and kind of hit them, but there's Transfuse ready as well. Oh, look at that. No, you gotta kill the spines, buddy. If you're gonna go for it, you gotta... I mean, oh, and the supply block now? Can't even make Ravages? Dued just like, yeah, fuck that shit. I'm not gonna try and break that wall. I'm going home. He's worried about the Nidus Worm. Just killed an enemy changeling that had dropped in there. So where are you gonna morph? Your Nidus Worm. I mean, the Swarm Hosts are so far away, and Jax here, respecting the potential Roche Bush on the front, is building mass spine. So it's actually a long time until this Nidus Worm actualizes. Both players just going to be tied here. Double Evo now goes down for Dued, but very late double upgrades, and Dued still hasn't saturated the main mineral line. The Natural's a little undersaturated. So the economy is actually quite a bit better for Jax right now, who's actually making full use of a perfectly, well, at least perfect number of workers. You can notice the workers are all stacking up triple on the far patches and not only doubles on the close. But the Bile's taking down the Overlord spotter. Here comes, okay. Here it comes. He's got a cup of tea in one hand, his monocle on this front eyeball. Now, let's do a quick eyeball check. Eyeball on the top of the butt. Eyeball there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that means there should be 6 on the others. I think 6 eyes on an Overseer. Think they got enough? I think they got 6 eyeballs. Evolved literally for watching. Can you imagine, guys? Can you imagine? Rather than having to hang out in the bushes with your binoculars and your trench coat with nothing underneath, waiting for people to jump out and flash, you could just be evolved to have such long-ranged vision that you could just watch from like fucking a kilometer away. You just sit up on your balcony and you can just see, and you're like, ooh, titties, you know? You just have a bit of a fucking cheeky perv from far away. It'd be great. That's a lot of mums, by the way. They are pregnant. And now if these were normal mums, they might love their children and take care of them. Unfortunately, these are Jax's children, who are literally thrown as weapons at their opponent's face. The drones are thinking about fighting the locusts. No. Run away. Okay, good choice. The lair. No. Why? Why would you send the drones to fight after the lair is dead? What do you... No. Just do it. Those drones are like, I want to be a warrior. I want to fight. Yeah. And he's like, just do it. Just do it. I'm like, what does that even mean? Just do it. Just fucking A-move your drones into the highest damage unit in the game when they're not even defending anything and it's a timed unit that expires anyway. Jesus Christ. Surgical disaster on the part of Dued. Absolutely. Another Nidus Worm on the top side. More pregnant mamas coming out. And they say, there's only one thing I care about, and that's getting my baby bonus. I don't actually love my children at all. Speaking of love, these roaches and ravages, just do it. Dude, don't attack in it. Just do it. Just do it. Like, what the fuck is this attack? That is the most hentai-tacular engage I've ever seen in my life. Have you guys ever seen an arc of tentacles that large, reaching that long and penetrating that many roaches all at once? I mean, they are going to get through, but a lot of them have gone down. That Spire is getting focused, but there's already 6 mutas in production, and there's no anti-air left for Dued right now. There's just a couple queens on the ground. Oh my god, the Ravagers trying to get in the main, but they are getting penetrated in far too many ways. Oh, the Nidus Worm. The Nidus Worm's getting focused. Okay, so these Swarm Hosts, I mean, the exit is still alive on the other side of the map, so that doesn't kill the Nidus Worms unless you get all the exits. These Biles go down next to the mining drones, don't actually hit any. Another Nidus Worm starts building, but the Mutas are going to clean that up. The Spine's defending in the natural. Jax here. Oh, the Nidus does go down, but cleans that up. And you know what, guys? There's still 11 Swarm Hosts, 6 Mutas. The unit's loss tab is a little bit disgusting. And, oh my god, okay. We've got more roaches coming in. The Mutas were trying to fly across the map. They're going to have to come back and help defend here. Some drones do go down. I'd love to see those go back towards the main base. You can see Jax was even preparing to rebuild the lair. This was really surgical up until the point where you left your children in front of an enemy warriors. Jax, what are you doing? Jax is freaking out, too busy microing locusts on the other side of the map. The mutas aren't helping. Every single drone just died. This was the perfect strategy for surgical warfare. This was the perfect challenge. But as I expected, and exactly what I wanted today, I wanted games where you could see people came in with this great plan, and then as soon as the game got chaotic, we saw them show their average Joe nature as a fucking pleb of the ladder. Jax here is like, well, I mean, it was perfect until I had my mutas just stand there while every single worker died when they could have just ran up into my main. And I'm like, you did it. It's still a 2-to-1 cost efficiency. You still kicked ass. But I'm very happy we got to enjoy that. Now, speaking of which, there's overlords rallying across the map into these mutt-nuts. They are just going to tear them down. Getting Hindenburg there a little bit. The main base hasn't even been rebuilt. Goodbye tech, though. Look at that. Locust's going to say, yeah, goodbye Spawning Pool, Roach Warren, and Extractor. Their damage is insane, man. And what do we got here? We've got a drone, a few more drones, and a handful of roaches. Duet's like, nah, man, we can still do it. We just got to believe that we could do it. I absolutely am looking at Duet, and this, I'm pretty sure Duet is stoned as fuck right now. And he's like, what is this guy doing? Maybe if I build a spire under the mutas, I can catch up in the muta count. Oh, I can't even build spores without a spawning pool. Shit. Oh, shit. Jax. That was sexy, dude. GG. Jax is in chat. Very nicely played, mate. Thank you for that lovely, delectable replay. A tasty, succulent replay there. A wall of spine crawlers, some Nidus Swarmhost, learning from Rogue vs. Raynor in the BlizzCon Grand Finals last year. GG's, mate. Just do it. Just do it. All right. Let's go. Very nice. Thank you guys for your submissions this week. That was a lot of very fun games. Get your replays in with spellcasters for next week. Have some fun with that. I might do some flying units the following week. We haven't done a flying one in a while. Get people focused on doing some obsessive flying harassing stuff. Could be really cool.